My supervisor orders me not to do my job and gets obliterated by our boss. Hey guys, I'm a floor manager at a busy fast fashion retailer. I've posted about my shithead supervisor in a few places, but basically she's the worst person I've ever worked with. Was supposed to train me in my FM role and has done sweet FA for 6 months and is such a dick to me that I'm transferring stores and states in a week to get away from her. Anyhow, part of my job at the moment is training new managers in the admin side of the business. I used to be the admin manager at my old store, so I'm the one who knows the most about it and am qualified to train people. This means I have to be off the shop floor for most of the days this week, conducting training sessions where I teach new managers how to do all the shop admin and security rules, etc. My supervisor has been complaining non-stop about me not being on the floor to help her, ignoring the fact that our store manager has explicitly instructed me to spend as much time in the office as possible. Yesterday she was being shittier than usual because my Saturday close wasn't up to her standards. I was trying to train this poor girl in the office and my supervisor kept coming in and asking us when we would be done, and if she could get our help with stuff. After 1 hour in the office, we were supposed to have 6 of the 8 hours of our shift dedicated to training. She drops in and tells me that we'll have to move the training to tomorrow because she needs us right now on the floor. I explain as patiently as I can that I already have training planned for tomorrow, and there's no other time to do it. She refuses to listen, so I ask for half an hour just to get the essential admin done for her day. She orders me and the trainee out of the office and says she'll deal with it. Now, I knew that she wasn't going to do any of the admin. She never does, because she's not good at it and thinks it's boring. I also knew that because it was Sunday, all the employees' hours for the week had to be confirmed and finalized in the office computer so payroll could, pay everyone. So, every hour I radio her asking if I can go back to the office to do the admin. After the 3rd hour, she snaps and says not to remind her again, she's going to do it. I comply. Myself and the trainee had started early, so our shift ended about 2 hours before the shop closed. As I was leaving, I poked my head into the office. The unfinished shop reports were still sitting on the desk, and the payroll sheets still hadn't been processed, not to mention a bunch of other stuff hadn't been done. I might have warned my supervisor that this all needed to be done by the end of the day, but she's already told me not to remind her, so I go home without saying anything. Cut to this morning. I arrive at work before 9, and my store manager is running the morning meeting, the key focus of which is her apologizing to the staff because their pay will be a day late next week because the payroll didn't get closed the night before. The staff are understandably annoyed. The SM takes me aside after the meeting and asks me what the hell happened yesterday and why I didn't do any of the payroll, security checks, reporting or communication with head office. I tell her that my supervisor refused to let me train my trainee or do anything in the office and that she explicitly told me she would deal with it. My boss goes very quiet and thanks me for telling her. My supervisor rolls in at 10 AM and is immediately called into the SM's office. They shut the door, but from the admin office it's pretty easy to hear what's going on. And my god, our boss laid into her so hard. The SM called her behavior childish and ridiculous, and she said a few times that she couldn't understand why my supervisor would think she knows more than I do about store admin, given that she never paid attention in her own admin training. I was just whirling around in my spinny chair, enjoying listening to the rampage. Eventually, the supervisor comes out of the office, clearly crying. She does this a lot when she wants to get her way, so no one really felt sorry for her, and then tried to claim she was too emotional to work and needed to go home. But I guess the SM stepped in on that too because she was present and fuming all day today. I was excused from all floor support for the next few days in order to make up for the hours I lost yesterday. Amazing day. I love how the supervisor got served in her own game. She tried to pull a power trip on you and ended up getting her ear chewed out by the one who has power over her, SM.